All right. Hello, everybody. Today is Monday, and it is Monday morning. If you're listening to this on time, which you should be doing.
Yeah, you should do that.
I mean, if you're not listening to it on time, you better
What are
have
you
a good
doing with your life?
excuse.
Yeah.
Better have a good excuse.
You better have
My
a
name
good
is
excuse.
Abed, and I would like to welcome you all to our third episode,
What about me?
the
What's my
third
name?
episode
Dude,
of the
what's my name?
very, very
Okay.
entertaining Hole Punch podcast.
I'm Hani.
That is
I don't know if
Hanny.
you cared or not. But
That is Hanny.
that's me.
I'm sure they care, Hanny.
I don't know.
I'm sure they care.
Alright.
We're doing something special today.
Very special.
Very special. We're actually, instead of having a guest,
Oh, dude, it's Christmas.
it's. Can we
It's
not
a
talk
Christmas
about
episode, dude.
that? Can we not talk about
Can we
that?
talk about
I
that?
don't
Merry
celebrate
Christmas, you
Christmas, and I
guys.
feel oppressed right now.
You
I
feel
oppressed. I
Why do you
feel
feel
oppressed
Like,
because I don't
how am I
celebrate it,
oppressed?
and you're oppressing
Okay,
me.
but so if somebody was like, Happy Eid to you, and it's like,
I would feel
you had a
oppressed.
if somebody told you Happy Eid,
I would feel oppressed.
why?
I don't like it when non-Muslims tell me Happy Eid and all that stuff.
Okay, why do you not like? Can we talk about that? Why do you not like that? Why do you feel oppressed? What makes you feel oppressed about that? About just maybe Merry Christmas or Happy Eid, like what
because
about that?
I don't celebrate it. They assumed that I celebrate it, and I don't.
I mean, they don't necessarily assume it. It's just a day, and maybe they just want you to have a good day on that particular holiday.
You could just say "Have a good day." I think that would cover it pretty well. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but some people might.
Saying "Merry Christmas" is forcing an idea.
Like,
on
what
you.
about Happy Holidays? What about that?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Happy Holidays because it's day off, man. That's a holiday for me.
True.
If I don't have to be at school, that's a fucking holiday, dude.
I
Tell me
see.
you don't. Tell me you disagree because
I-
I'm sure you don't.
Don't disagree.
Exactly. Anyways, like we were saying, we're doing something very special in that.
Because it's Christmas.
Okay, we're doing something special because we're not actually recording in our usual recording spot.
Yep.
We're actually not even recording in
Our
an
space.
expected.
Our space is getting renovated, and we're looking into another spot, another studio. So if you
since-
guys have any
Yep.
any realtors or
We're
anything,
temporarily dislocated.
yeah,
Dislocated is that?
it's fumigation. They're doing like reflooring and stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
It's fun stuff. Yeah,
Anyway, we're in a car.
we're in a car
basically
right now.
homeless
We're-
right
yeah,
now.
Basically homeless.
We're probably gonna use Starbucks Wi-Fi
think
to upload this.
Do I look homeless? Because this jacket.
You're pretty close to homeless.
Okay. Yeah.
You're not too far from homeless.
Straight bum.
I got a couple months left on me before. I
Yeah,
turn homeless.
you'll get there.
You're there though.
I'm
Like,
definitely there.
you're almost
I've been there, dude.
You've been there.
Yeah, been there, done
And-
that.
Yeah, and yeah. So that's that for now. We've been
that's
on
that,
break
yeah.
for half a week now,
Half a
almost a
week.
week.
When did you get? You get back? You got back on Thursday.
Wednesday. Same
Wednesday,
day you got back.
oh.
That's half a week, dude.
True.
It's only been like what, 3 to 4 days?
It feels longer.
It probably feels longer because you don't know.
Yeah.
How's your break been so far?
It's been super boring and depressing, and I don't know, dude. Yeah, I've been mostly just waking up and waiting until the time to go to sleep again came. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just that kind of week or those kind of couple days. How they've been, you know.
Right. And how was your last week of school? How did you finish it up?
Last week was pretty. I'm not even gonna say I was stressed because I really wasn't. I was just kind of like over it. Really, I was just like, I need to just get this out of the way and then be
Mhm.
done with it,
Mm-hmm.
because that's where I'm at with my life, you know.
Right.
So it wasn't that bad. It was just the some of the exam, or like the only exam I had was pretty tough, and there was like so many projects. That's the thing that takes up a lot of your time, is the projects, dude. Those will take their toll on you, I'll tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I got done with them, and then it's all over now. I don't have to think about it, except for when Abed asked me about it.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to bring back
It's
any bad
fine.
memories.
It's fine. It wasn't necessarily a bad memory. It was just
Not the intention, bro. Not
That's
the
fine.
intention.
it's all about the intention, bro.
It actually, not always. Cause
Give me an example there. When
okay,
is it
what
not
if you
about anything?
what if you kill someone
Mhm.
with the intent that you're helping get rid of, like,
Are we talking about like Hitler here? Hitler's
Sure,
intentions?
sure.
Because that's actually a good point that you bring that up.
Yeah, so intention is not everything, guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Some murderers, they think they have good a good intention doing what they're doing, but they really don't. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that intention doesn't have a big part of it, but there's only so far that it can take you.
Yeah. What about you? How was your last week of school?
My last week at school was pretty terrible. I had 4 exams. I studied really hard for the first 2, which I had on the same day. It was biology and math. Thankfully, I ended up with an A in both classes because I did well enough on the finals.
Good job, man.
Dude,
Very proud of
biology, like, I'm not saying it was a bitch, but, like, come on, dude. It was pretty hard. And then I'm surprised I even finished differentials with an A because I legit expected myself to get, like, a B plus or an A minus or something. Even for biology, I expected the same thing. But it's kind of weird because my professor set it up so that everything above a 90 is an A. So there's no range for an A minus. So I ended up working out for me because I got like a 91, which is normally an A minus, but that's an A in that class.
Nice.
So I'm not complaining. So after Friday, I didn't have exams for 2 days. So Saturday and Sunday were off, and then I had an exam on Monday, and then one on Tuesday. However, I spent the majority of the time studying for the exam that I had on Tuesday, because that was the harder of the 2, and I had to do much better in that exam.
Was that DFQ or?
No, DFQ was on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Biology and DFQ were on Friday. No. Tuesday was my measurements. Yeah.
Yes.
So the Monday test didn't matter as much because I had like a really high score in the class. Like I'd have to do really badly and still end up with an A minus.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to I didn't have to work as hard on it, even though like I still studied. I prepared myself a little bit. And then I got sick that day that I had the test on Monday. And I was kind of feeling ill that whole day, and I didn't get a lot of sleep that night. That's when my illness hit me, and I had a hard time studying for my Tuesday exam. It's kind of sad because for my on the day of the exam, I wasn't able to eat anything because I was just so sick.
That's pretty sad.
And so I didn't eat anything. Like my stomach was basically empty. It just wasn't really a good time. You know what I'm saying?
That's not good.
Yeah, but thankfully, I didn't get an A in the class. I actually, even if I got 100, I don't think I would have gotten an A anyway.
Okay, so you're fine.
But I ended up with an A minus.
Good job,
good. It's kind of funny because with the grade that I had, I thought I would get a B plus that's really close to an A minus.
Yeah.
So like I prepared like a whole email for my professor to curve my grade.
Wow.
Dude, I worked so hard on that class. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
but I prepared like a long email for my professor.
How long are we talking? Paragraphs or?
Yeah, like paragraph form.
Wow.
It was like 4 paragraphs. It's
Dang.
like
what did you discuss in that? Like how hard you worked the whole time?
Yeah, how hard I worked, how I was being, the most active person in my group.
True.
How I really, about the illness and how I studied really hard to do well in the class.
Yeah.
And it was just an overall very effective essay.
Good job.
Or a very effective email. I think it would have worked, but it turns out I got an A minus.
Because you might be able to use that format in like a different time in your life.
I mean, who knows? I mean, yeah, it's in my drafts.
Okay, good.
So it turns out that I did get an A minus, and I didn't really need, that whole thing. So I'm fine.
Straight chilling.
It's fine. Yeah. Ended up with an A minus, so no big deal. I didn't have to email him or anything.
That's good.
But I did have that just in case up my sleeve.
Up your sleeve, dude.
It was up my sleeve the whole time, and so yeah, that was that.
It's pretty wild.
I ended the semester with like all A's except that one A minus.
MashaAllah.
So
Huh?
Yeah, that was my last week of school. What about you? How did you end up in your classes?
Dude, my classes were freaking lit. I got the exact opposite. You guys can figure that out. I got the exact opposite grades as Abed. So I'm not going to reveal the answers. You can leave in the comments and we can verify it if you would like. But I got the exact... So here's the riddle. I got the exact opposite as Abed.
No, whatever that means to you, you got to figure that out on your own. That's your own problem.
Just whatever it means to you in your life,
How relevant it is, all that. It's up to you.
Just you got to input your own experiences and stuff into it and see what you come up with, really. I'm looking for some creative answers, too. Please,
You have to be very creative, guys. Come on. All right, and so now that we've talked about school and ending the semester, what's your next semester looking like, Henny?
Next semester's looking pretty hell-ish.
Elaborate.
Got a lot of tough classes.
Right.
Got a lot of. Gonna do 2 research projects in one semester, so it's gonna.
It's tough, dude.
I'm not gonna see anybody. It's fine. I'll see you once a week, for recording
As usual.
this, of course. Say
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it. What about you, dude? You got any research, or you got any?
Not exactly. However, I am taking, my schedule is looking a little bit weird. So I have 1 class Monday, Wednesday, no class Friday.
That's pretty late.
And then 4 Tuesday, Thursday. I don't know if that's late, dude. I don't like that.
Oh, that's exactly what I had this semester, actually.
I don't like that, and I'm trying to, like,
Are they a
change it.
4 in a row on Tuesday and Thursday?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had the same exact schedule.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm trying to change it somehow.
Do you want to have classes on Friday, or do you just want to have
Yes.
more on Monday and Wednesday?
Whatever is fine, as long
You
as
don't
I'm
want a
not-
3-day weekend every weekend, dude?
No.
Hmm.
Like, I don't have a problem with having class on Friday. Like, there's no direct benefit to having an extra day of the weekend, Like, it would just be weird because everyone is in class and you're just chilling. Like, there's nothing to do.
I mean, does it matter where everybody else is, actually?
I guess not, because I spend it at
You can
home
just, that's what
anyway.
I'm saying. Like, you can just play PUBG all day.
Yeah, if it's still relevant, then who knows? I feel like this game is gonna die at some point. Anyway, PUBG, dude, interesting game.
Is that
You know the H3 podcast, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They had the PUBG guy, like the creator of PUBG, get on the
Really?
podcast. Yeah, that was their latest episode. It's crazy. They have some.
He's
really,
like, how rich is he now? Because that game is pretty.
it's top
poppin'.
selling.
He's probably, you think he's a
Number
millionaire?
one most played game on Steam, and it's $30.
Dang. So he's probably rolling.
Also, imagine all the Chinese hackers who get banned and buy other copies of the game.
Dang.
So these guys are made a lot of money off of it, and I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't listen to the whole show,
Mm-hmm.
but it's pretty interesting. I listened to some parts of it. He talked about how like the idea of the game is, because so what inspired PUBG, which stands for Player Unknown's Battlegrounds for everybody who's not familiar, is it came from an Arma mod.
Arma mod?
Like, Arma 2?
No.
It's a game. So Arma 2 is a game.
Like Armageddon?
No. It's called Arma 2.
Uh-huh.
The number 2.
The number 2, okay.
Yeah. And so there was a mod for it. I think it's called Daisy. So there's a Daisy mod, like Daisy.
Ah, Daisy.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that.
So that's a mod. And then he used to play that every now and then he made his own version of that mod, which is like, this is from what I'm remembering, from what I'm understanding. I'm not very educated on this topic. And that's kind of where the idea of PUBG came. And he was like sitting down, he was like, okay, we should make this into its own game, like give it its full support, have a whole team working on it to improve it, and not just some crappy mod which doesn't get updated. So that's where he came with the idea of PUBG. And it's just interesting because he himself said that he's not a gamer by any means. However, he's made something that gamers do actually appreciate and enjoy.
Is he a coder, or?
He said he's not much of a coder either.
So what?
I think to him it's more of an idea. Like, he says most of the coding is done by the people that work for him. He just has the ideas.
But didn't he have to be a gamer to be playing Daisy? And
No. But like, he wasn't a
Personally?
gamer. Like, he's just casually
okay.
casually playing games on the PC, I guess. But it's pretty interesting stuff. And that's, so it's interesting to listen about. And like, the H3 podcast is very interesting because they've had other interesting guests before.
Yeah.
Post Malone not being one of them. He's not a
What's
very
your
interesting
beef with
person.
Post Malone, dude?
Dude, I feel like there's a lot of people that just suck his dick for no reason.
Oh.
There was a
what you're
clip
not a
of
fan
him.
of.
There's a clip of him on Twitch. He was streaming like Call of Duty World War II or something.
Yeah.
And
Which you don't like either.
I don't like that game. And he was playing, like, how like streamers have those moments where like they wreck everyone or something.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even that amazing. It wasn't even that amazing. And he killed like 3-4 people.
Wow.
And then
That's it?
And you know Twitter, they gotta suck his dick.
Oh.
Oh, dude, I can see Post Malone being the greatest streamer on Twitch. Like, relax, dude. He's not like his music is not. Okay, let's not.
I'm not a fan.
Let's not trigger.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of fans of his music. So
yeah, let's not trigger all the stands.
Trash talk.
Yeah.
Everybody tells me that he's good. I don't really.
He's
like
really
him.
not. I can't mess with it. Like I tried listening to his music. I just couldn't mess with it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think that my opinion is superior to other people's, which it is.
I mean, I know that it's not. I know your opinion is not superior to others people's opinions.
Okay, is your opinion superior?
My opinion is quite dominant, I would say.
So
I wouldn't call it superior. I would call it dominant.
So can you define superior?
Superior is like kind of like a dictator. Going back to Hitler and
I don't think
what's
that's
that
what
other
the word
guy's name with the
means.
mustache? That guy, the Russian dude.
Stalin.
Stalin. Yeah.
Dude, why are you stalling this podcast right now? Just get to the point.
The point is that I'm dominant, not superior.
So you're like a dominant allele in the genetic code.
Precisely. When we were learning about that in biology, I actually could really relate to it, and that was actually the only part that I even understood because
dominant genes.
I could relate.
So
to
you're
it.
saying that all I have to do to get rid of you is just find two people who don't know you and you're gone, who don't have you and you're gone.
Something like that, yeah.
That's what a recessive gene is.
You know what, dude? You just learned this stuff. I did not just learn this stuff. So if I'm gonna trust you on it, and yeah.
I mean, I'm just hoping to get rid of your dominant opinion and let the recessive opinion out.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. That's all I gotta say.
What is it? What are you turning that into, like that acapella? Not the acapella song. You know that annoying song, like the cup song they used to do?
Is that the cup song? That's not the cup song.
That is the cup song, dude.
No way.
I'm pretty sure it's the cup song.
I feel like
it is.
I feel like that's its own song. What I'm talking about. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
I don't know. We're gonna have to verify or disprove.
Or can you guys leave us what your opinions are in the comments?
No one is gonna comment.
Can you guys just leave it in the comments below?
Comment.
If it's the cup song or if it's its own song, please just leave it in the comments below.
It's definitely not. I feel like it's not. Anyway,
Mm.
and I'm hoping to take this podcast in the direction so that someday, we can have important people on our podcast. Because let's be honest,
dude.
Let's be honest.
I'm important.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I want like President Sands on the podcast. Why is my tuition so fucking expensive?
President Sands don't got nothing on me.
Actually, he has your debt.
So that's true.
You owe him.
Yeah. We can ask him. We can hit him up, I guess.
I have a couple of questions, President Sands, if you're listening to this. First of all, why does Turner close on weekend? That's my first question. Second question is, why are frats and sororities allowed to literally set up camp on the front door of Turner to like suck you in when you're just trying to get to class?
Annoying. Just act like you're on the phone. Just act like you're on the phone.
I can't deal with it. I can't mess with it.
But it's a good idea. You can do it.
It's just so annoying.
It's so annoying.
President Sands, can you make it illegal?
Please?
Like, can you make it an honor code violation, please?
Yeah, I mean...
Like, there's enough of those. You can make this one,
right,
one of them. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal to you, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can email him about it, but we probably have to make a couple of educated episodes first before we ask him, because he'll probably want to check it out.
Yeah, make sure that there's no filth, which there is a lot of. By the way, we do cuss a lot.
Can we change our name to Pure Filth Podcast?
Pure Filth?
Yeah.
I feel like that's an oxymoron. I don't know, but that's just
I ain't no English major, B. I don't know what you're talking about.
Me either, but like, I feel like I know a thing or two.
I don't know if I do myself.
All right, let's not question you. Then let's not question you about English. You're a data analyst, so it's.
That's what I am.
Let's not question it. If you're a data analyst, I don't expect you to be an English analyst.
Yeah, makes total sense.
There's no point. There's no point to get into it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just hoping to take this podcast in the future in a direction where we can have pretty big names. I'm thinking like Drake.
Go ahead, Drake. Wow.
What
would you talk to Drake about?
Why are you such a faggot, Drake? Why does your music why do you have so many fans? Why are you overrated? why has your music
I thought you
been
liked
steadily?
Drake.
I liked old Drake, dude.
Dang.
It's like Kanye. Actually, I still
You-
mess with Kanye, but
you
like,
like the new Kanye?
dude, not as much as the old Kanye, but
But
you know,
he's
he's
still-
an
oh,
okay.
yeah,
Kanye.
he's
He's
alright.
an okay Kanye.
Yeah, all right.
I just don't mess with all the stands that he has and like his
Stands?
fandom. Yeah, like those are the fanboys.
Ooh, a
Like the hard-
stand?
Stan.
Stan.
Yeah.
STAN.
Yes, that's what a stan
What does that
is.
mean?
It's like one of those hardcore fanboys who make like accounts for him.
Oh,
fake Twitter
I've
accounts.
never heard that before, but interesting.
Pretty sure that's what it means.
Terminology.
I feel like he's just slightly overrated. I don't know about you.
Slightly. I mean, I don't know. I heard that he doesn't write his own stuff, so
It's not even about that.
I guess
like,
I guess
I don't
every
give a
big.
crap. I don't give a crap if he writes his own stuff or not. Like,
I mean,
like-
he has a good voice. Like,
yeah, that's what it comes down to. His music is good,
but I mean, if
But
you
his
don't
music
write your
is
own stuff, then
overrated.
you're not a real rapper to me.
and it's not even deep. I don't think he admits to being a rapper. I feel like he knows he's like a singer.
Hmm.
But anyway, like to me personally, I don't find his music like deep. It
What
doesn't-
depth are you looking for in your music or in the music that you listen to?
I'm looking for the first thing that I look for in music is it doesn't have to have lyrics, right? But if it does, they have to be good.
Yeah.
But the first thing that I look for in a song is wait, why are we talking, Henny? Have we established our ethos?
I
yet.
don't know.
I don't
know,
think
you
we
guys.
establised our ethos.
Guys, I listen to music, so I can talk
been
about it.
listening to music.
I've been listening to music. I was the first person to listen to music.
I invented music, dude. I was the
I
first.
am Beethoven.
I was the first person to slap spoons together and invent beats.
So
okay?
there's your ethos right there.
So I just don't. So the first thing that I look for is the beat.
The
The
beat.
beat to me is the spirit of a song, because think about it this way: if you're a runner, your shape, the way you run, doesn't matter. Well, it
Mhm.
does matter, of course,
Yeah.
but you gotta get a good rhythm. You gotta
Mhm.
set your breathing rhythm. You
True.
gotta breathe well.
Mhm.
Breathing is an important part, and to me,
It's pretty important. yeah.
beats are like the breathing of a song. It's the rhythm of a song, and if you
Yeah.
can't establish a good beat, if your lyrics are off of the beat,
Mhm.
if the beat is just not good, if I'm not feeling it,
Yeah.
then I can't mess with your song.
True.
I feel like the beat is the first thing that it comes to
Hmm.
that comes to me when we're talking about music.
Hmm. So the
like the-
musical kind of aspect of it is more important to you than the lyrical aspect of it.
Yes, so the beats are more. Now I'm not saying make some dumb lyrics,
Yeah.
but like
But if it's a good beat and it's got like trash lyrics, so we're talking Tunnel Vision. Kodak Black Tunnel Vision.
I don't know that song. It's probably a good thing, but so I like good beats. But let's not take away from the fact that I hate bad lyrics. Like
okay.
you know the Migos.
Who has bad lyrics?
You know
Oh,
the
Migos.
I can't fuck with them, dude.
Dang. Slippery, dude. Slippery is a hit,
Who's
bro.
Slippery?
Slippery.
Their song?
Excuse me. Please me. Yeah.
Oh, that song. I just can't mess
That
with
song
them,
is
dude.
it's a hot track, bro.
It's like think about it. Like they're kind of like I'm trying to think of a good metaphor for them. The Migos are like
You and your metaphors, man.
the Migos are like AIDS.
AIDS. Okay.
Once they've been discovered, they're on everywhere. Like I haven't listened to a hip hop song that doesn't have the fucking one of the three of them in it.
Yeah.
Like I don't have anything against their success or anything,
Mm.
but I feel like they're just everywhere now, and it's not like a good type of everywhere. It's like I don't really enjoy like their vocals.
Hmm.
I just don't, and people hate on me for having that opinion. Like
Yeah, I hate you. dude.
people are like, why do you hate the Migos?
Yeah.
I don't know,
I
dude.
mean, I don't listen to them in my free time, but I don't exactly hate them or like.
They just trigger me, dude. I'll
I don't
be
get
listening to a
triggered,
song, I'll be
definitely
having a good time,
Yeah.
and then as soon as one of them just starts
What about
saying stuff,
Bad
I'm
and
like, oh,
Bougie,
crap.
dude? Bad and Bougie is a
I
hit.
don't like that song.
You
That's a song that
don't,
actually made
dude?
me hate them.
Dude. Bad and Bougie is a
Dude.
hit, bro.
It's a hit, but that's the problem.
You think that it's a problem
It's
with
so,
our
like,
society that it's a
everywhere.
hit?
No, like
That
I'm not saying
people-
it's a societal problem.
The
It's
people
just
love the
everywhere, dude.
Migos.
It's just everywhere. Like I don't want to listen to that song.
It's a good song though.
No, it's not.
What don't you like about that? Like the beat is really
Everything.
good.
Everything.
You said you like
Everything.
beats. That beat is really good.
I like beats, but I don't remember what that beat sounds like.
Hmm.
If I did like the beat, then I hated the song because of the lyrics.
Hmm.
My bitch is bad and bougie, fucking it up with the Uzi.
Yeah.
That's so cringy. Like
That's true.
I
Like,
haven't cringed
I can
so
relate,
hard
honestly.
in my life. Like it's just so cringy. I don't know.
Hmm.
But So I'm sorry if I triggered you for having an opinion and if I haven't established
Me?
ethos.
Like, nah. Oh, you're the audience, perhaps.
Yeah.
They might be
I
triggered.
feel like
right
there's
now.
a specific member who's listening to this right now who's probably rolling over because I haven't established my ethos.
See, you gotta be
regarding
careful. Yeah. That guy might. I don't know. He's
But
causing. He's
don't,
causing
don't
some
reveal the
issues.
gender, dude.
That.
That's a bad idea.
Human
I don't know, man.
causing problems for our podcast, causing
That's my
issues,
job.
causing friction between me and the bed here.
That's
know
the
if you can
job of the
feel that.
audience. Just tearing us
Yeah.
apart.
Just write like mean stuff in the comments, like about us, I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
Yeah.
again, going back. So beats are the breathing.
Beats are the breathing.
The lyrics is the form.
Lyrics are the form. The form. Okay.
Is
Form
like
of the running. Yeah. Yeah.
Form of the running. We're
Like
staying with the
long
metaphor.
strides or like short fast strides or
No, like just are you like running like Naruto running, Sonic running, running like a normal human being?
do
type of thing?
Naruto and Sonic run the same way?
No, they don't.
Do they?
No,
like
they don't.
forward kind of like that?
No.
How does Sonic run? I don't remember, I guess.
Sonic has like no. Sonic runs like a normal human, like at first, but then once he picks up speed,
He rolls.
he starts
Okay.
he starts looking like
a ball.
Roadrunner. You know how Roadrunner runs and like makes ovals
Oh
by his feet?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's how Sonic runs.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you know the Naruto run. I don't need to go into
Yeah,
that.
please don't.
Who doesn't? So yeah, the lyrics are the form, and then the orchestra, or I guess the not the orchestra, the hooks are like the steps that you take.
Well, have you thought about this before? Or is this like all on the spot? Because it's
Dude,
pretty
it's all on
impressive.
the spot.
That's impressive.
It's
you
on the
got,
spot.
You got a good brain.
So the orchestra or the hook is how you transition into the next step. And I feel like if you don't have a good hook, you're not even gonna be able to run. Nobody wants to listen to your crap. If your hook sucks, I'm not gonna care about the rest of the song.
I see.
Some songs I actually like because of the hooks and not the lyrics.
Wow. Would you say
A
that?
prime example of that is "Break the Chain." Have you listened to the Break
I have
the Chain
not.
before?
No.
The hook is so good
What song? Who's that?
that I
by?
just tune. It's by Lupe Fiasco.
Um.
The hook is
I
done
mean, I
by.
might have heard it before, but I don't know that.
I don't
name.
remember who does the hook, but I literally tune out the whole song just to listen to the hook.
So do you like skip to it or?
I don't skip to it. Like I'll play the song, I'll listen
Oh,
to the
you
hook,
won't. Yeah.
I tune out, and then I wait for the hook to come in again.
What kind of physical processes does it take to tune it out?
I just ignore. Like I pretend like it's not an active thing. It's just that I really don't care.
Okay.
It's like a
not
passive.
active, therefore it's passive. Okay.
Yeah, so I just don't really care about it, so I don't pay attention.
Hmm.
I
see.
Yeah, and so that's how I feel about music, and that's how I make up whether a song is good or not. Personally, What about
but
you,
were
Hen?
talking about depth, though. We were talking about depth.
Oh, the depth of the song, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like what kind of
what's the
lyrical content? Like what do you want the
lyrical
people to be
content,
talking about?
Sometimes having ignorant lyrical content is fine,
Mhm.
as long as it's presented well within the context of the song.
Yeah.
Let me think of a good example. So a good example of a song that has like the lyrical content is shit, but like how it's presented and how it relates to the rest of the song is good. It's like literally any Young Thug song. Like his lyrics aren't like mind blowingly amazing, but I like to listen to them because they work well with the song.
True.
Whereas I feel like the Migos don't know how to do either of that. They don't have either one. So I don't know. I just feel like that plus the fact that they're overrated. So I feel like it's a mixture of things for me, and why I don't think their music is deep. But depth, it can be
I mean, their
lyrical
music is
depth.
definitely not deep,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they don't.
but
they
you don't
haven't-
think it's good either.
Yeah.
So you're saying
exactly.
you can be not deep, but you got to be good.
Yeah.
It got to sound good.
Yeah, the Migos don't got that going on for them. But so regarding Drake, for example, his old stuff, it might not have been like mind blowingly deep, but it's something that you can listen to, and it lets you it makes you think. Like you think about it. But then just his new lyrics are just I feel like they're just trash.
Off his latest playlist, not
His
his
latest
album.
playlists or just what
No,
I mean.
no, like how he called his last quote unquote album a quote unquote playlist.
Which one is that?
What's it called? The one with the picture of his dad on it.
Oh, More Life.
Yeah, he called it a playlist. He said,
I
he
thought
said it's not
I thought
an
More
album.
Life came before. You know, I don't know the timeline of Drake,
Yeah.
to be honest, and his albums, so I'm not.
You
I'm
don't
not
want
gonna
to
say
speak on it?
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I
speak
can
on
see
it.
that.
But yeah, and so his old stuff is pretty good.
Yeah, I like Drake. I
Mhm.
mean, I like to listen to him.
But yeah, that's why I don't like the Migos.
But I don't listen to him in my free time, though. But, like, if
Yeah.
somebody's playing him, I wouldn't mind it.
What about you? How do you
My-
establish the depth of a song?
This depth? I feel like for me to listen to something, I think you're right. There's a lot. Not you're right, but, like, I agree as to the importance or the significance of the musical content of a song. Because, I mean, I don't, like, necessarily just listen to rap or anything. Actually, I don't even listen to rap that much these days.
Yeah, you listen to real hip hop.
Yeah, only real hip-hop, not fake. None of that fake stuff, guys.
Mhm.
But, I think in hip-hop, I think it's important, like, to have, like, good lyrics and deep lyrics that talk about life and, like MF Doom, for example, who has really good lyrical content in terms of stories that might not necessarily be emotional, but it's still a
Mhm.
story that keeps you kind of listening, and his rhymes are really good and everything.
What song would you recommend the audience to listen
For
to?
MF Doom, literally just anything. I like his first album. I think Doomsday is probably the most well-known one, so you can start
There's
there.
got to be a song.
Doomsday,
What's a
Operation Doomsday,
Operation
I think
Doomsday,
is
okay.
the song name off of it. Might be the first track on it or something. I don't know. I'm not really good at memorizing song names, but I'll know the album name, and I usually just listen to the whole album. If I'm listening to music, like, I'll just
No,
play the.
I like to pick and choose in albums.
Like, do you have playlists and stuff? I don't.
Yeah,
really...
I have a favorite playlist. Where I'll just like songs that I like. There'll be like a couple. I feel like there's no album that has no bad songs, so that's why. You know what I mean?
I think that, like, for an artist to be really good, there has to be at least, one album that you can listen to all the way through and not, like, skip anything in the album.
Mhm. But I feel like that's just a high expectation to set.
I mean, I think in music you have to. For me, at least, I have high expectations of the music I listen to.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having high expectations, but I feel like it prevents you from, listening to good music sometimes. Like, what if there's a really couple of good, really, really, really good songs on an album, but you just don't want to listen because not all
I mean,
the
I'm
songs are
not
good?
strict on it. I'm just like, it's a standard that if it's met, I'm messing with this artist.
So how do you-
Definitely.
How do you feel about? I feel like. Okay, how do you feel about 2014 Forest Hills Drive?
2014 Forest Hill Drive?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've listened to it the whole way through, but I definitely like a lot of the songs off of it.
I feel like it's one of those albums. Like, I don't know if there's a specific song on there that I find like bad per se, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good album. I'm pretty sure that if you listen to the whole thing, maybe it'd be one of those albums that you're talking about.
It could be. I like to listen to
dude, double platinum with no features.
Wet Dreams. I love that song.
I like to listen to it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those songs that you can relate to a lot,
Actually, I can't. I really have nothing to relate to that
it
song.
sounds like a personal problem, honestly.
I mean, you probably see a lot of thick girls in class, and you mess with them, and all, but I don't.
Actually, at Virginia Tech,
Yeah, they're mostly
not
Yeah.
really messing with them that much.
especially in CMDA, right?
CMJ disgusting. Come on, ladies, come on.
I mean, dude, civil engineering, we have like 2 girls, dude. Relax.
2 girls, dang, dude. What are their names?
I don't know.
Dang, you don't even care.
I really don't. But
What is savage?
what was I saying? I forgot what I
We
was
were talking about
about
Forest
albums.
Hill Drive.
Right. How did we?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because Wet Dreams,
so
dude.
weird.
Wet Dreams,
Oh, yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Come on.
So Wet Dreams is one of those songs. I like Normal Models.
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's a really good song, actually.
I'm glad I reminded you of it. What else is on that album that's really good? Dreams and Normal. I feel like Fire Squad is good. I can't remember if Fire Squad is good.
I can't remember either, actually.
I'd have to.
I liked
listen
his
to
last album too. What was his last one called?
I don't know. I didn't listen to his other album.
The one that has yeah, I don't remember what it's called actually.
Yeah,
at all. But it was good.
it's whatever.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of J. Cole.
Mhm.
I'd say.
I feel like one of the artists that kind of has that sort of stigma, well, not stigma, but like you know how I was telling you like I hate when people get overrated.
Yeah.
As Kendrick Lamar,
Oh yeah.
people just fucking love his song like DNA and Humble.
DNA is a hot dude.
No, it's not. It's
I
literally
like
trash.
DNA. I actually like DNA.
Okay, I'm sure you like it, but I don't, and I don't see why people are obsessed with it.
I mean, dude, you know he freestyled that?
I don't care.
Or the second part of it or something?
So what, dude? Rappers can freestyle.
Like he was like, I have more to say, and then what's the Mike Will made the beat, and he was like, I got more to say, so I'm just keep on rapping, and then you put the beat over it. So that's like what the second part of that is.
Okay, that's pretty neat. But have you heard Childish Gambino's freestyle?
Yeah.
The one over Pound Cake? I thought that was pretty
And
good.
he's good, but that doesn't mean that Kendrick Lamar is not good.
I don't have a dude. I love Kendrick Lamar. Don't get me wrong.
So why
I
don't
fucking
what
love
don't
his
you like
music.
about?
I just don't
DNA?
like.
I don't like Humble that much. Like
Yeah, it's
honestly.
like all he does is just like I feel like it doesn't capture Kendrick.
He definitely
Lamar.
has a lot more. Yeah, I
Like,
get what you're saying.
You know, people just listen to it because it bumps.
It bumps. You gotta listen to bumping stuff.
But I mean, I like bumpy. Like I like music that bumps, but I don't like dumb music, dude.
Is it dumb necessarily?
Like it's not stupid. But
Are we talking about the lyrical
I
content
don't
here?
like it. I just don't like it. Like if I listen to this song, like I'll cringe.
Really?
I feel like
You know
Kendrick
what song
Lamar
I
has a
cringe
lot
at?
more going on, huh?
Broccoli. You know-
Broccoli?
Broccoli by Lil Yachty.
Oh, you mean, dude, Lil Yachty? Come on.
Dude, I can't
That's cheating.
stand that. I can't
That's cheating,
stand that
dude.
song. And
It's like a gold mine of cringe.
oh, God.
Don't get me wrong, I love Lil Yachty,
Cold like Minnesota.
but like you're not supposed to take his song seriously though.
But it's just this, like I cannot hear it. My ears they bleed.
You're just gonna talk in that like format from now on. My feet, they hurt. My stomach,
My
it is hungry.
podcast, it's great.
My podcast, it can be better.
Can it always?
But yeah, I feel like Kendrick Lamar has many other better songs than that trash. You know, but
Like Rigor Mortis or whatever. Rigor Mortem. What is it called? Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty? What are you talking about? What does that have to do with anything? What does Rick and Morty have to do with anything?
What's that
related
one
to
song called? Rigor something.
I don't
Rigor
know.
Mortis? I don't know.
I feel like even a single he released before that album is pretty good. The Hard Part 4.
Oh yes.
That's
that
a
is
really
great,
good song. That is a
excellent
great
track.
song. If you people want to like Kendrick Lamar, please listen to that song. Great hits, Swimming Pools, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe,
Don't kill it.
ADHD, Poetic Justice, man. These are all great Kendrick Lamar songs. But I
Poetic
just don't feel like DNA and Humble are great Kendrick Lamar songs. I feel like they're great party songs, like great
Yeah,
least
dude.
common denominator
mean-
songs. But like, you know,
You gotta party, bro. Partying
don't
is
feel like-
important.
you know,
Partying
I'm
is
saying
important.
you know a lot because I expect you guys and
You
Hanny
know,
to
because
like,
we
know
want
what I'm
you
talking about.
know. I know.
We all know.
Yes.
You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
That's the thing, bro.
You already know what it is, dude.
You already know what
it
the-
is. But anyway, I feel like in regards to songs and soundtracks and all that, I feel like if you want, just like how in a good song you have to have a good beat,
Yeah.
in a good TV show you have to have a great soundtrack.
Oh yes.
If you have a great TV show,
Stranger Things. Are we talking Stranger Things?
dude,
right now?
Stranger Things
Oh
is a
my
pretty good
God.
show. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but
You
I was.
weren't?
No,
Because
no.
let's talk about it, dude.
You
Because
wanna
that's
talk about it.
you know what show?
I feel like people who watch Stranger Things don't actually look at it deeply a
Like, you
lot.
guys are not on my level, dude. Like how
You guys
I
are not
watch
on
this
my
show.
level.
Like you need to watch it. I'll watch it.
Dude, you should watch it. It's actually pretty good. And I don't mean that as in
Stranger
like
Things. I mean, I've seen it.
you've seen it.
Yeah,
What? You never told me.
I told you.
No, you
And
didn't.
I told you. I'm pretty sure I told you. I feel like I tell everybody this that I watched every single episode of the last season except for the last episode
Why?
because I know that one day I'm gonna need that last episode. I'm gonna need it, and it's gonna be there for me to watch it.
Dude, that last episode is pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, you wanna not spoil it?
Spoil it? I'm not gonna spoil it. I just said.
All right,
But
dude,
anyway,
spoiled it, dude. Now I know that it's crazy, bro. The heck, man?
don't spoil it. Stop.
Dude, you spoiled it.
Stop. Don't even bring up anime. You're gonna spoil all the anime in the world for me. Anyway, so the thing about Stranger Things is that not only does it
Things about Stranger Things.
the strangest thing about Stranger Things. The stranger things about Stranger Things is
No, you
that
know what the stranger thing about Stranger Things is?
the stranger thing or the strangest thing, because there's a difference.
Nah, there's a stranger thing than the strangest thing. Actually,
Which show are we talking about?
we're talking about Stranger Things.
I know we're talking about Stranger Things, but I'm asking you which show.
Which episode you mean?
No, like which show are we talking about,
Like which season?
bro?
We're talking about
what's the TV show we're talking about?
Stranger Things.
I know that we're talking about Stranger Things, but which show are we talking about? What show that has Stranger Things? What's that show? You're not telling me.
I think my brain is not on your level, bro. So I didn't even get.
Yeah,
that
I'm a
until,
Rick
like,
and Morty fan. So
yeah, clearly big fan. I guess.
biggest,
The biggest.
the
fan.
biggest. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be
It's
beautiful.
gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge.
Huge.
And the Mexicans are gonna pay for it. Stranger Things season 3.
Their caption, like on the trailer, is
We did it.
the Mexicans are gonna pay for it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like to have a good TV show, you have to have a great soundtrack that complements it. And the thing about Stranger Things is that it doesn't just have a good story or character development, but its soundtrack is actually pretty neat.
It is very neat.
It's neat, like it stands out to me because
Synthesizers.
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Grand Theft Auto 5 soundtrack.
I don't recall that at all.
Have you played Grand
I
Theft
don't
Auto
think
5?
I've played that. I don't think so.
I have, so I have a good
I
you
mean, I think a lot of people have, but I haven't myself.
I feel like it kind of reminds me of it. It has like that same vibe, like 80s vibe to it.
Yeah.
That I feel like it just makes it work. Like the intro song is
yeah,
amazing.
it's really good. I mean, they have like a lot of vinyl releases for it, like limited edition and like a lot of different color things. Because I actually wanted to buy it on vinyl before.
Do you have a like a player?
A record player, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
How old is
I'm
your
pretty
record
cool
player?
guy. It's not that old. It's like one of the more modern ones. Like you can plug it into your computer and record it if you want.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
How do record players actually work? Like they just scratch off like.
Well, you put the record on the on the player, right? You lift the needle, you put it on wherever you want it to play, basically. So like, you have
wait, is the circumference of the disc like one like the whole
so
thing?
it goes inside like so the record starts at the outer edge of the disc, right?
Like at the outer, and then it moves inward,
Yeah.
or it goes around.
No, like the record is spinning, and the needle doesn't go around. The needle stays there basically, and the record spins, and it kind of goes inside, and then at the end of the record, it'll be in the inside of the disc.
So how does it record like the sound waves and all that?
That is something that I don't know about, but I'm very interested in hearing.
We need a scientist to get on this
Somebody
podcast.
please comment and put in
Nobody's
the comments
gonna
below
say
that
anything, dude.
how records work.
Nobody's gonna say anything.
We'll see, dude. I have faith in our audience.
Nobody's gonna say anything. And I feel like it contributes a lot to having a great show because, like I said, it's like having good food without any flavor. I feel like the story, all that is the nutrients, but the soundtrack is the flavor.
Wow.
And it's got to taste good, and it's got to go well with
his
it.
metaphors.
I mean, can you imagine eating cake that tastes like soup?
Cake that tastes like soup?
Yeah.
I can imagine it, but I
But
don't
you
necessarily want to.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it might exist, but it's not necessarily the kind of thing.
Kinda
On the other
gross.
hand, can you imagine drinking a soup that tastes like cake?
That is something I'd be interested in trying right there.
But I feel like it wouldn't work out.
You don't think so?
Like, I feel like it's like you see the vegetables, you see the oil,
Vegetable, yeah.
and you just drink, and it's like sugar and stuff in your mouth. Like that's just weird, or is it just
It's
me?
weird, but
yeah, so that's
might
what
be
the
good, though.
music. That's what the music part comes into TV shows. I feel like soundtrack has to be good, and there's a lot of great soundtracks that I feel like people tend to overlook when it comes to TV shows or movies or anything for that matter.
yeah.
I feel like soundtracks tell a lot about. So each,
They really
soundtracks
dictate
are really a
yeah.
theme.
A theme.
Yeah, it's a theme. It's a theme because I feel like some parts, like some songs in the soundtrack, in the entire soundtrack,
Yeah.
only play in specific
Yeah.
parts of the TV for a reason, and that's for a reason. It's not just they're just randomly like, hey, let's
It
just
depends
play
on
this song.
director's vision, really. Some directors aren't that into doing that. Some
Mhm.
are.
Mhm.
Like I've seen movies where it's no music at all.
Like I was looking through the Stranger Things.
Credits.
No, not the credits. I was looking through the soundtrack,
Hmm.
and one of the soundtracks is called Nancy and Barb.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, listen,
yeah.
like it's pretty clear, right?
Yeah.
So I read that and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I listened to it. I got a feel like I know which soundtrack this is. And then when I was watching the show, whenever they'd come up, they'd play that soundtrack.
Yeah.
And it sets a certain mood about these two characters, because there's a difference between a happy song and a sad song. Like
That's true.
you can tell the difference. And so you get the vibe from that, and it sets your emotions for that.
Isn't that
for those two
wild how
characters.
music can like shift our emotions and just how much we can feel from music in
Mhm.
general?
It's
Like
wild.
it's a
dude.
natural thing. It's not like something that's taught to you like this makes you feel this way and that makes you feel that way.
Right,
This
right.
reminds you of that.
Mhm.
We just
mean, you
have
can
it.
associate
It's built
songs with
into it.
things.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of what in media?
What do you mean in media?
Like if there's a sad like how do you learn that a sad song is a sad song? Is that from do you think just from watching TV and there being somebody dying
I'm
in
sure
a certain
like that's part of it. Like
Yeah.
there has to
But
be
don't you
some
think there's some
pattern.
sort of like natural thing like inside of you?
Yeah, there's definitely some natural like forces at play, but I feel like some of it you just kind of pick up, like just a small part, just maybe a little bit, because there's definitely like association. Like you associate sadness with something specific. Like if you see a clip where like a character is dead and they play a specific song, regardless of what that song sounds, I feel like some songs are very subjective and they're open to interpretation into what mood did they give you. Some songs are like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where the association part comes in. It depends on what you make out of that song.
Definitely.
Like if the first time you listen to it or the only times you listen to it, something sad happens,
yeah.
that's automatically a sad
If it
song.
reminds
to
you of someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's automatically that emotion to you.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's still a deal of subjectivity going on when it comes to
Definitely.
music.
But I'm just saying that like side that comes from inside of us that's just like we know or like how we just feel something when you listen to maybe so say you're listening to something for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're like the fact that you can be moved by a piece of music emotionally is just crazy.
Physically.
Physically moved. That's some Migos stuff right there, dude.
No, I
You
literally
gotta
be shaking in my
dab,
chair.
you got a dab
I
on
will
them.
be shaking in my
gotta
chair if I ever listen to
nay-nay.
Migos, dude.
It's not that deep, bro.
It's really deep, dude. I hate them so much. You have no idea. They ruined like so many good songs for me. But let's not get into it,
Can we
dude.
talk
We
about
already discussed
which
this.
song? Like I feel like you have a song in mind.
No better.
What is that? Who's
No,
that
no
by?
better. I forget her name, but Travis Scott is on it. Some ladies on it, and then one of the Migos is on it. I think it's Offset. I don't know, dude. They're all
Dang.
the same person to me.
Wow.
The song will play, and then his
What if we
part
have them on
starts,
the
and
podcast?
I'm just like,
You're just like, oh,
I'm just
stop.
like, stop, and I skip the song, or I'll replay it from the start because it's like a couple of minutes, and then his part is the last. Thank God it's not like in the middle or
Yeah,
something, because
no.
that would have just ruined the song for me.
Just messed it up completely.
But yeah, I feel like, and I'm actually watching. What are you watching right now, or what have you just finished watching?
I just finished watching Mr. Robot, dude.
What do you think about that? Can you tell
That's
us
an
about the
incredible
show?
show, man. I don't want to say like there's a lot of stuff that I could say about it, but there's also a lot of stuff that I could say about it that would be spoiling it. So I'll keep it basic for you.
Mm-hmm.
And just as a side note, I'm actually really bad at explaining really anything. Like
Right.
if somebody asks me, "Oh yeah, like what's this movie about, or what's this book about, or what's this show about, or
What's
anything.
that about? Right.
What's
right.
that? Yeah, that about yeah."
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at it, but I'll try for you. I'll try
Mhm.
for my audience, for my Abed. I'll try.
You're
Okay.
a bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's about this hacker whose name is Elliot.
XX hacker XX. Game Boy hackers XX. Yeah. So
No,
Elliot.
but
what
yeah,
about Elliot?
he's like a troubled guy, who has like, he's just a troubled dude, like emotionally,
Mhm.
and he has a lot of problems with what he sees in society, and
Mhm.
he
I definitely do. Yeah.
does a lot of stuff to counter those things that he doesn't like, or to,
Mm-hmm.
fix those things.
So what makes it a good show for you?
Let me talk first of all.
Okay. I thought that's all you wanted to say.
Let me just say how this cinematographer is incredible. It's really good. Or Todd Campbell, I think is his name, but his shots are just it's so nice. So nice. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one of the things I really enjoy about it. The storyline is amazing. The character development is amazing. Just everything is amazing, and it's become one of my favorite shows. And I won't say it's my favorite show, because I thought about it the other day, and I think my favorite show of all time is still Mad Men. And then it's Mr. Robot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up.
What about you? What are you watching right now, dude?
I've been watching a little bit of. So I'm watching two things right now, and I'm watching what's it called? JoJo Part 4. Diamond is Unbreakable.
Yes.
I'm about to finish that. It's an anime, and then I'm also watching It's Always Sunny.
Oh.
So what I plan on doing
Mm-hmm.
is having a theme going in. Like one day I'll watch anime, one day I'll watch a TV show.
Yeah.
So when I'm done with It's Always Sunny, I'm probably gonna watch Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
And then when I'm done with JoJo,
Dude, you know what just came out?
Huh.
Black Mirror, the new Black Mirror season. Have
Black
you
Mirror, what's
seen
that?
You haven't seen Black Mirror, dude?
No,
It's
what is
so
that?
good. It's also like it's kind of it's on Netflix. It's this show that kind of shows the dystopian future that kind of stems from problems that we see in society today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting and entertaining.
Black Mirror.
I
Okay,
really
I'll
like.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh.
So I'm watching JoJo Part 4, and that's about to finish, and that's the latest. Like that's as far as they've gotten in the anime. There's more content that they haven't put out yet. I'm not sure which anime I'm going to watch after it. I'm
Leave
gonna
any
have to do a little
recommendations
bit.
in the comments below, guys.
Nobody's gonna comment anything, dude.
See, I have faith.
But once that's done, I'll figure it out. I'm really quick with figuring out what anime I want to watch. And then Game of Thrones. So the thing about JoJo is that it's like saying, oh, it's such a different anime, like it's so special. Like I feel like you can say that about any anime you want, but I feel like it stands out to me because its art is different, its music is different, its setting is different. Maybe like the theme or like the what's like the superpower, like this guy has a ninjutsu, or like this guy has a special chakra, or this guy has a superpower. That is not very special. Like they just have stands, which I don't think is necessarily special. But what makes the show special is how the characters are. The characters themselves are like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like it's bizarre. Like the characters are bizarre, and there's it's just the show's overall great. There's a great sense of humor. The characters develop, like you see the characters change and develop. The interactions, the writing is genius. The music, dude, oh my god, the music is so good. Their intros are so amazing. Like none of them are bad. Literally not a single intro is just bad. All of them are good. You know what I mean? They're all different. Like no two intros are the same, but they're all good.
You know who made the music, or?
It's just a bunch of Japanese bands or artists.
Oh, yeah.
That's how most anime intros are. They don't make the music. They like someone will make the song and they're like, hey, can we use them? However, they do I feel like some of the songs are made for JoJo because they'll say like JoJo in the song, or like they'll say something specific to JoJo, or something that's going on at that point during the anime. I feel like it's an overall great anime, and I'd recommend it to everybody who likes to watch anime. I feel like it's a great watch. Despite it not being like it's definitely popular, but it's not like people maybe wouldn't consider it top 10. I would consider it top 10. You know what I mean?
Top 10? Would you consider it top 5?
Top 5, I'd put it there.
Top 3?
Dude, I had a list, but it got deleted with my old phone. I don't know about top 3. I feel like top 3 is a very hot thing to contend for. Top 3 is like Code Geass. One Punch Man is up there. I don't know if JoJo would take a spot though. I'd have to think about it.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just a great anime. Like even if it's not necessarily like #1 anime in the world, it's something that you should still watch because it stands out from like all the other animes. It's very different in its style of telling the story, and its characters are just very unique. And then It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I feel like is also a very very good show. I think one of the best thing about the show is that there's no laugh track.
Yeah, I agree.
I fucking hate those.
I do not like laugh tracks either.
I hate those. I don't need you to tell me when to laugh. Like if a joke is funny, I'll laugh, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I like how the show is low budget, but how much they make out of it. The director's work is just genius. The writing is genius. The way the characters interact with each other is genius.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can tell that like some of the stuff that they're doing is like improvised, like it's on the spot.
Yeah.
And you just have a natural appreciation to it. The humor is good.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of good things about the show. Like it's slow at first, but once you get into like the way the show is, it becomes really good. That's the show for me. So that's what I'm watching right now. Definitely a later podcast I'll be talking about different anime or different shows. But yeah, regarding soundtracks, JoJo has a great soundtrack. It's Always Sunny, not necessarily because it's just like a sitcom.
It's just that same song, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the transition. No, that's the intro song. But then there's like the transitional
play
music.
it sometimes. What's the transitional one?
It's like dun 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 dun. Like I'd have to show it to you.
Yeah.
I'd have to show it to you.
Yeah.
But that's all I have. But again, it's still an amazing show. It's not meant to be like a high quality production.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I'm watching right now. Is there any specific show you'd like to discuss, or do you feel like you said what you wanted to say?
I feel like Mr. Robot. I just finished that. What I'm gonna watch next is this new Black Mirror season. I recommend Mad Men to anybody really.
Mad Men.
Mad Men is. I think I've seen the whole show 3 times probably.
Wow.
It's just something that I go back to because it's just so relatable.
Right.
For me, and it tells a story of a man.
Who's mad?
A man who is mad.
Dude, I'm so mad right now.
Dude, I'm mad as
the show ends.
Pilot.
Oh,
I'm mad.
I'm so mad, dude. It's just a bunch of guys saying they're mad. We're literally mad men. It's
what
like
about
your
the
mind
movie
gets
12
blown.
Angry Men?
It's like that movie, that quote in the movie where they say the name of the movie.
Yeah.
What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good, man. That's
I recommend that to anybody. I recommend Mr. Robot to anybody as well.
Mr. Robot, Mr. Mad Men Robot.
That would be a crazy matchup right there.
New universe, man. All right, so I think that's everything we have.
That's
in terms of content for today's podcast. However, before we end today's episode, we would like to answer Daniel's question.
Daniel had a question.
Daniel had a question.
You would like to answer?
That we will discuss. It's not. I feel like it's such a hard question.
It's a tough
one. We will
one.
establish our ethos.
I've tried to think about it, but it's tough.
I know. So Daniel wants to know, how do you guys, or how do we measure success? I feel like now before I have anything to say, I gotta establish my ethos.
Please do it. I myself am not a successful
person. However, I've done decent in my life so far, and I feel like I'm entitled to feel a certain way about myself, to feel if I'm doing good in life or not. So I'll base my answer off of that.
All right.
Base my answer off how I
call
judge.
It established.
What about you? Do you have any ethos to establish?
I'm not. I don't think I'm successful at all in life.
Wow.
And I don't know if I ever will be, but I'm definitely. I try to.
You're allowed to have an opinion anyway, right?
I'm allowed to have an opinion, and.
So I guess I'll go first. So how do I measure success? I feel like it's not necessarily like something you can quantify. Like there's definitely part of it that you can quantify. Like, oh, this guy made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he made $1 billion. That's a number, you quantified it. But Did he get a small loan of $1 million before he did that? You feel me?
He might have.
So I feel like success is very dependent on what the person subjectively makes of it. There's not a lot of objectivity that goes into it. Like maybe some people think they're successful based on small things, like, and success isn't necessarily, it doesn't always have to be big success.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a chain of small successes that take you to the big success that you wanted.
Yeah.
I feel like success is measured by how many small successes that you have made in order to achieve that big one. And it's also measured by how happy it makes you. Now, again, if you think you're doing good in life, good for you. That doesn't always necessarily mean that you are.
Yeah.
Like, what if you're living a crappy life and you're just ruining people's lives, but you think you're being successful? That's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
However, if you're doing good for yourself, if you're not harming anyone else, if you're making your friends, your family proud of you, if you're proud of yourself, if you feel like you're doing good, I feel like you're being successful in life.
Yeah.
As long as you're getting, you always have something to achieve. Every day has some sort of necessarily not always every day has a problem that you're supposed to tackle, but every day poses some sort of new challenge for you, and you somehow overcome it.
Yeah.
That's a small success right there.
Mm-hmm.
Learning is
Putting
a success.
your socks on.
That's a success, dude. That's a success. What if one day you woke up and you can't get up, you can't move, like you got some sort of dude.
Is that
what I mean?
Failure? Or?
I wouldn't call it failure, but it's not success
it's not
either.
A success, okay.
Because it's not in your control, so it's not really a failure. So you always have some sort of small success set for yourself, like, and that's how this is a tip onto getting a good GPA.
Is this a
What's
life
my
hack?
ethos? What's my ethos for this? I have a good GPA. Okay, guys, I have a good
Trust
GPA.
me.
So listen to me when I say this. The thing that fucks up people's GPAs the most is one, not caring, and two, not focusing on the small things. Dude, it's always the small things that will fuck your GPA. Like you're doing a homework assignment and you're just like, oh, I'm so tired. You know what? I'll just do it later. Or I'm just not gonna do this part. I've done that before. Sometimes you can afford to take that risk because the class is just so easy.
Yeah.
But in your harder classes, don't do that. Don't take that risk. Do your homework assignment. If you want to get a good grade in a class, do your homework. Do everything that you have to do. Do it on time. Don't avoid the small things. I'm telling you guys.
Mom.
You want a good GPA, you got to make those small successes, man. That's how you get the big success, which is your high GPA, right?
Sure.
If that's what you want.
If
You
that's
got
what
to.
you call success. That's how you measure your success.
Yeah, man. That's just how it is. What about you, Andy? Tell me. What about you?
I've thought about it. So, I guess I'll talk about success in life, and success in this podcast is what I've thought about. In terms of life, I don't really know. I think success is something you have to find for yourself, and you'll know it when it's there. I think it has something to do with fulfillment, like feeling fulfilled in what you do in life, like in your job, and in the things you do with your family, with your friends, how you treat other people. I think that's a big part of it.
Right.
I think success also has to do with just being happy in life. And not necessarily getting that happiness at all costs, but trying to find it in things that you like to do, which is very difficult, not as easy as it sounds. But yeah, I hope for all our listeners to have success in their lives. I hope that I have success in my life.
I hope so too.
But I don't think I will.
Come on, dude. See, that's a small thing. You're missing a small success right there.
Which one?
Being confident in yourself.
I don't.
That's a small success, guys.
That's tough for me to be confident in myself.
I feel like
it's hard.
Someday you will. So maybe you're being too hard
I'm
on
not
yourself.
I'm not like a child, dude. Like I've been through like changing and stuff. I feel like I'm as changed as I ever will be, but that's just me, But success in terms of this podcast, let me talk to you about that. Success in terms of this podcast, I would define it as
how many views
I would
we
measure it as. Actually, I don't like. It's whatever.
To me, it's how fun we get out of it. How much we help people.
How much I enjoy it, because I don't enjoy much. So if I'm enjoying this, it's very valuable. But more importantly, that's not even like a thing for success for me. That's just like I want that. I guess it's success.
So what's
for
the
me.
success
But
of the podcast?
The most important thing for me is that people feel, something out of it, or like when they're listening to it, maybe you feel less alone. Maybe you smile for a second because we said something funny because we're hilarious. I'm not hilarious, but I bet it is, so it's fine.
I'm really not.
Anyways, but yeah, if somebody feels something good out of listening to this podcast, that's a success for me, because it's hard to feel good in this world, in this life, and I want to be able to help people feel that way. So
Right.
that's success for me in terms of the podcast.
Well,
what about you in terms of the podcast?
In terms of the podcast, I feel like the podcast, to me, how successful it is. I mean, there's got to be some sort of objective.
You
success.
want hella views. I feel like you want millions.
I don't want hella views. I want us to grow. I feel like growth is a success.
I feel like growth is definitely. Yeah, we need to grow.
Like, what if I had 1 billion views, but I'm not getting any more views? I feel like that's kind of lame. Like, I don't have a problem with 1 billion views. Don't get me wrong. But I want us to grow. I feel like growth.
You just said, what if I had 1 billion views, but I'm not getting any views?
No, but I'm not getting any more views out of that after that. Other than 1 billion.
So you want to go past 1 billion?
I want to keep
growing.
What
a guy.
I want to keep growing.
Ambitious.
Yeah, you got it. I want us to grow. It doesn't have to be necessarily in terms of how many views we get. But I want the quality,
favorite,
the quality and the amount of work and the amount of enjoyment that we get out of this podcast. I
definitely agree with you on that.
And that's where my success on terms of this. So make us grow, you fucking assholes.
Just share it.
Make me happy.
Just press, YouTube has a share button, even SoundCloud too, which we have it on both now, if you guys didn't notice, thanks to Abed.
Did I do all the work?
He does all.
You were about to say that. Why are you mad? Like, you were about to say that.
Because you don't give me enough credit, dude.
Dude, you get a lot of credit, dude.
I don't get any credit.
Have you seen the credits? It's literally half of you.
I haven't seen the credits, actually.
Me neither, because I haven't made them. But it would be half of it would just go to you, though.
All right, but then what about the other half and the more than a half?
Me?
Whatever. I'm not making any sense right now.
Yeah.
But you don't give me enough credit.
I'll
keep it at that.
All right. Well, I'll try to give you more credit, Henry.
You guys, please give me credit in the comments.
Give him all the credit he needs,
please. And also,
I like 30 credits right now, actually.
I mean, I'm capped at 19, dude. I'm good right now.
No, I mean that's a year's worth of credits, dude. Almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you're slacking, if you're not taking 19 every semester, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know. I'm doing fine, dude. I'm doing fine. All right.
Well, yeah, you guys, please. Actually, I'm not gonna say. Actually, please. Yeah, please. Leave us some questions, Yani.
Leave us some questions.
What's the problem?
So that we can have some good conversations that stem out of it. So, honestly, thank you, Daniel. You gave us a really good question.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that.
I love Daniel.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I appreciate
love the guy, dude. All right. Anyways,
leave us more of those. Questions are good. Questions are fun. They can be personal. They can be personal if you want.
Not very personal. There's only so much I'm willing to talk about.
Well, just leave us personal questions if you want, and then we can pick and choose and say what we want to talk about.
Right.
But the more questions that we have, the more we have to talk about. The more entertaining this podcast will be for you.
Exactly. So with that being said, leave us questions, guys, and thank you for listening to today's episode of the Hole Punch Podcast. We hope to see you all next week in our much more successful and much more improved and grown podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be doing it in a car next time or not, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
All right, so thank you, everybody,
Thanks,
and enjoy the rest of your days.
Enjoy your day.
Bye-bye.